Hello friends, welcome to Priyagram English. What is our today's topic? Which topic is going to be discussed today? Yes, it is noun case. In today's video, we are going to discuss what is meant by noun case and which are noun cases. We are discussing nominative case and accusative case in today's video with so many examples so that you will get better idea. Have you watched previous videos which are related to nouns, kinds of nouns, then noun number, noun gender? If you have not watched, you can watch through links which is there in description. So our today's topic is noun case. Let's get started. So let's learn noun cases. But before starting which are the noun cases, let's learn what is meant by noun case. The case of a noun or pronoun tells us what the relationship of that particular nouns or pronouns to some other words in a sentence, or they tell us about the position of that noun in a sentence. Means the noun case tell us what is the position of that noun in a sentence, and according to that some noun cases are there which we are discussing, and they are nominative case, accusative case and possessive case. But in today's video we are discussing first two types, that is nominative case and accusative case. Nominative case. Nominative case is also called subjective case. When you ask the question with who or what before the verb, you get the answer, and that answer is nominative case. What is meant by nominative case? When a noun or pronoun is used as a subject of a verb, it is said to be in the nominative case. Means when a noun or pronoun is used as a subject is a doer of the action. Means the action is done by the noun or pronoun. That noun or pronoun is called as subject. And when this is used as a subject of a verb, it is said to be in the nominative case. For example, Radha sings a song. Now, in this example, Radha is the subject of a verb sing. Means an action of singing is done by Radha. Or when you ask the question, who sings a song? You get the answer Radha. So, the subject Radha is said to be of nominative case. Now our next example, Ram killed Ravan. In this example, Ram is a subject of the verb killed. Means the action of killing is done by the noun Ram. Means so Ram is a subject in this sentence. So the noun Ram is said to be in the nominative case. Or when we ask the question with who, means who killed Ravan, we get the answer Ram. So we can say that Ram is the subject of the verb killed. So the noun Ram or subject Ram is in nominative case. Next example, we love New York City. In this example, we is the subject, or we is the action, means we is the subject. The action is done by the subject. So the noun we or pronoun we is in nominative case. Then next, they entered the bungalow. In this example, they is the subject of the verb entered. Means the action of entering is done by the pronoun they. So they is the subject of the sentence or subject of the verb entered. So they is in nominative case, or it is also called subjective case. Rina completed the task. Here also Rina is the subject of the verb completed. So here the action of completing is done by the subject Rina. So Rina is the subject of the verb completed. So Rina is in nominative case. Next example, she recited the poem. In this example, pronoun she is the subject of the verb recited. Means the action of action of reciting is done by the pronoun she or by the subject she, so the pronoun she is said to be in the nominative or subjective case. Or when we ask the question with who recited the poem, we get the answer she, so she is in nominative or subjective case. Now our next type is accusative case. Accusative case is also called objective case. Now what is meant by accusative case? When a noun or a pronoun is used as an object of a verb is said to be in the objective or accusative case. Means when the object of a verb, object means the action is done on whom, that is called object. So when the object of a verb, when the noun or pronoun is used as an object of a verb, then that noun or pronoun is said to be in the objective or accusative case. And for finding out the accusative, we have to put question with whom or what to before the verb and its subject. So here is the example. The doctor examines patients. Now here patients is the object of a verb examines. Means when we ask the question to whom the doctor examines, we get the answer patients. So the object patients is in accusative or objective case. So for accusative case, object may be of direct object and indirect object also. Means in the sentence, we can see direct object or indirect objects both, or only direct object and indirect object. But what is meant by direct object? Direct object are the nouns or pronouns receiving the action. Means the object which receive the action or the receiver of the action is called the direct object. Here are some examples through which you can learn. Mother cooks food. Now in this example, food is a direct object of the verb cooks. Means here you can ask question with what. What does mother cook? We get the answer food. So food is an object of a verb cook. So food is a direct object. Now next, Jim writes a letter. Here, letter is an object of a verb write. Means when you ask the question, what does Jim write? We get the answer a letter. So, letter is a direct object of the verb write. Joy plays basketball. Here, basketball is a direct object of the verb play. Now, some indirect objects are also there in the sentence. Indirect objects are the nouns or pronouns affected by the action. Means what is meant by indirect objects? Indirect objects are the nouns or pronouns affected by the action. See some examples. She bought him a present. Now in this example, here him is an indirect object because him is affected with the action of buying. So him is an indirect object. Next, Jaya gave Neela a book. In this example, Neela is an indirect object. Next, father gifted son a new mobile. Here, son is an indirect object of the verb gifted. Means we can ask question for whom or to whom. Means father gifted son a new mobile. To whom father gifted a new mobile? We get the answer son. So son is an indirect object. Next, Radha made him a new dress. Here we can ask the question to whom Radha made a new dress? We get the answer him. So him is an indirect object of the verb. Here you can say that in the first example, she bought him a present. Here, him is an indirect object and a present is a direct object. Jaya gave Neela a book. Here, Neela is an indirect object while book is a direct object. Father gifted son a new mobile. Here, son is an indirect object while a new mobile is a direct object. Radha made him a new dress. Here, him is an indirect object while new dress is a direct object. Now direct object and indirect object. let's learn. Indirect object comes immediately after the verb and before the direct object. The position of an indirect object is after the verb and before the direct object. Means immediately after the verb you can see indirect object. Then indirect objects are living things and direct objects are non-living things. Then direct object answers the question of whom or what. Means when you ask the question to a verb with what or whom, you get the answer and that answer is direct object. While when you ask with the question for whom or for what, you get the answer and that answer is an indirect object. Here are some examples. Mother bought me a cake. Here you can see that me is an indirect object while cake is a direct object. As I said, indirect object is of living thing while direct object is non-living thing. So here me is an indirect object and cake is a direct object. We gave our dog a bone. Here our dog is an indirect object. It is a human being. It is a living thing while bone is a direct object. Now, accusative case, noun comes after a preposition. Means when a noun comes after a preposition, that noun is also considered as in accusative case. A noun which comes after a preposition is also said to be in the accusative case. That noun is also an object and thus called object of a preposition but not the object of a verb. Means when the object comes after a preposition, it is said to be object of a preposition. And when the object comes after a verb, it is said to be object of a verb. Here is the example. The pen is on the table. Now, in this example, table is a noun, but it is a noun of the preposition, or it is a means it is a noun and it is the object of the preposition on. So this noun table is also in accusative case. Now here are some points which should be remembered. A noun or pronoun which is a subject of the verb is in the nominative case. Means a noun or pronoun which is the subject of a verb or which is the doer of the action is said to be in the nominative case. Subject comes before the verb, so nominative comes before the verb. Subject always comes before the verb as the sentence starts with the subject, so nominative always comes before the verb. Now, a noun pronoun which is in direct object of a verb comes immediately after the verb and direct object comes after it. Means indirect object of a verb comes immediately after the verb. You have seen so many examples which I have discussed. From those examples you have understood that object of a verb, indirect object of a verb comes immediately after the verb while direct object comes after it. Object comes after the verb, so accusative comes after the verb. Object always comes after the verb, so accusative also comes after the verb. So we have learned noun cases. Hope you have understood the topic. If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel to learn more grammar topics. Goodbye and thank you.